Street Fighter 6.
Yo, 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 it's your boy, and you already know. It's the boy.
Here comes a new challenger.
How's this matchup gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Can't wait for this match to begin.
All right, first round. What's going to happen?
Let me see some of the good stuff.
Checks with the projectile. Anything that happens early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight.
I want to see them both lay it all on the line here.
Drive rush to keep the momentum.
Maybe thinking something.
The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here?
Ooh, something's building. I can feel it.
Player 2 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. They hit each other? Both fighters are trying to decide their next move.
You're gonna waste my time here.
Experiencing burnout.
Hitting a real rough patch. Gotta be planning something. What's gonna happen next?
Oh my heart, I can't, man.
We just gotta see one more push here to finish it.
Drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. They back the opponent KO.
Ha! They ain't getting up.
That match was too close, but definitely the kind of match you like to see, right?
Talk about the close rounds. That was frantic.
Goes for the free throw kicks to get a drink in. Pokes with the meat, screams forward with the drive rush. Excellent play. Full SAB on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Luminous kick to throw him off. Goes for the drive rush. Ooh, burnout activated. The spacing is so on point right now. Any mistake here will be big. Barely blocks the jumping. Drive rush to keep it going. A smart throw.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Life lead here, but it's still drive rush.
Come on. We're KO. Great stuff there right at the end.
Akuma.
Hard fought on both sides. What did you think?
Put it on the best out list. Talk about a barn burner.
Checks him with the projectile. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Tons of time left. How's this match going to play out?
I want to see them both lay it all on the line here.
Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be hard to escape.
This might be an important turn of the match. Might be collecting their thoughts here. Smart just
KO.
We've got ourselves a winner.
Last round saw one player really taking advantage of every opportunity, but how will that affect the next round?
Well, that last round was pretty ugly. One of the most disrespectful things I've seen in a while.
Pops him with the target combo. damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan.
They created a good situation here. Now to capitalize.
Gotta be careful. Springs forward with the drive rush. Avoids the danger drive rush to keep it going. Oh, burnout activate.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
Come on. It's time.
Uses the gauge for the super art. They want to show their nerve playing around. This might be a pivotal super art.
Oh, this is getting tense.
A real test of nerve here. They're laying into each other. Juicy opportunity to draw critical art. Yo, what's gonna happen?
What's this?
This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Down and out.
What was that?
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
This is anyone's round. Both fighters gotta bring it here.
Strikes back with the overdrive arrow. Really in each other's faces that round. What's going through their heads? What's cooking?
Oh, okay. That's how it is.
Springs forward with the drive rush. Oh, does them dirty. Player 2 is in a very good spot now.
Come on, you gotta give me more. More.
Catches the flip.
Feels good. I like it. More of that. You got a real fight now.
What are they going to do? There's a burnout.
Oh, expect some bones to be broken here.
So what's next? Uh-oh, getting a little tense. Drive rush. They push their way out of the corner.
You got a real fight now. Gotta close this out. Here.
Raw super art incoming.
Oh.
Cut that 4 inches, bets it all on the drive rush. Burns out.
Oh, hitting a real rough patch.
You're done.
Great stuff there.
Okay.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rebound.
These two can fight 1,000 more times than I would before.
You can use a drive rush like that to get control of the pressure. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if this drive gauge runs out.
Might be collecting their thoughts here.
Goes for the drive rush. Pops here with the target combo.
What's their play here?
Taking stock. Projectile to try to change the situation. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity.
Ooh, something's building. I can feel it.
If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over.
This fight's getting real interesting now.
Heading into the hits.
Ooh, nice finish.
Player 1 with a pretty convincing win. But what's next?
I bet they're thinking of some trash talk for the post-match commentary. They gotta keep their eye on the prize.
You got that right. Oh, the next round starting. Unfazed by the switch and block. Side switch out of the corner. Medium kick hits. Drive reversal. No thank you.
Calm before the storm here.
Oh, what a read to block the drive impact.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense.
Demon Raid. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Super Arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach this situation will be interesting. What is anti-air?
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Oh, what a rush. Wide lead impact squash.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense.
Bro, that's so dumb, bro. Like, you can just sit there, bro. Like,
Here comes a new challenger.
Both fighters are ready to get started. I can't wait to see what kind of tricks they have up their sleeves.
If these two don't give me what I want, I may have to come in there and bust them up myself.
Denied up top. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach?
I want to see them both lay it all on the line.
Gets a chance with the jump.
Maybe thinking something.
Gonna spin their gauge on a drive rush here. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Taking stops. Stops the attack by using a drive barrier.
Oh, just a little bit more.
dire situation. They can't afford any mistakes. It's back to... Oh, burnout activates.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
Gets the jump in. Player one needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. It's there.
We've
That
got
combo,
ourselves a
I did not know that.
I think I forgot to breathe that whole round.
Oh, that was great. Those two are pushing each other to the absolute limit.
Next up with the projectile. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on.
Here we go. I want to see them put on a show.
Player one needs to be cautious with drive gauge. They're backed up into the corner.
Feels like we're right in the eye of the storm.
Very solid. There's a wall. They can't do anything now. I think both fighters are going to pick a good spot to use the super.
Amazing awareness there.
Uses the gauge for the super art. They want to show they're not playing around. Player two has a slight life lead.
Now's the time to strike while the iron's hot.
Found the opening and snares them clean. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Scrapping it out up close. Checks with the medium kick. We have a super art on deck. There's still a chance to turn this around.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
That's what happens when you capitalize on all your chances.
Nature is funny, you know. Sometimes you gotta fight for your next meal. Sometimes you get gifted one.
Combo with the target combo. Goes for the fireball. Pressuring them in the corner.
This might be an important turn of the match.
We're still early in the round.
I want to see them both lay it all on the line here.
They're really being worked over in the corner.
They create a good situation here. Now to capitalize.
Boxing with the target combo. Player two is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers to turn KO.
Ha! They ain't getting up.
That didn't look like a fair fight at all. Well, let me hear your thoughts.
Hey, violence may not always be the answer, but life is multiple choice, you get me? I like it.
That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up.
I get it, I get it.
Gets the jump in. Jump! They return to center stage. Gotta be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range. Springs forward with the drive rush.
Ooh, this is getting tense.
Zancudo. They trade hits. Blink.
What's this?
Will that parry change the momentum of this match? Drive rush experiencing burnout.
Oh, hitting a real rough patch.
Connects with the throw.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Throws them.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Who will capitalize on an open?
No.
Closes it out.
Damn, that was intense.
Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Time to go big or go home. Let's see how these two hold it down.
Clutch, anti-air.
That was super good.
This match just started and it can go either way.
Show your girl that you aren't afraid to get vicious.
Player two has the super gauge advantage. Sticks out a kick. Looking for a hole. Drive run. They're back into the corner now. This may turn into a big chance. Reverse. Forward rush. Player two needs to take advantage of this gauge mistake. Willing to experiencing burnout.
Hitting a real rough patch.
A jump? Somehow manages to block the jumping. Nice fireball. Down and out.
I'm liking that finish.
Oh my days, that was a real intense fight.
Not gonna lie, I was entertained. Gotta give it up for two hardworking fighters.
Here comes a new challenger.
Fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
I'm gonna be paying close attention, so you better do it.
The fight just started. This is Tasty Steve on commentary.
All right, let's go.
The low kick connects.
That was a good one.
Lots of aggression from both sides. There's a corner switch. Player 2 needs to be cautious with drive gauge. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation.
Ooh, something's building. I can feel it.
In a dire situation, they can't afford anything.
Good round.
Bags around. What did you make of it?
This fight is getting mad personal, and I'm liking it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how these two take it to the next level. Dives in with cool face. Crack. Ooh, burnout activated.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
How much damage can they deal before he springs forward with the drive rush? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here.
This is where things are gonna get
Experiencing burnout.
getting a real rough patch.
Noticeable life lead is a pump that closes it out.
Damn, that was intense.
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Time to go big or go home. Let's see how these two hold it down.
Blocks the low kick. Blocks. Player 2 has the super game. Let them know what's hot. Forward rush. Reverse. Night chain income. Reads the jump in perfect.
Doesn't get any better than that.
There's a burnout.
I love it.
Both are experiencing burnout. Nowhere to run. Will this super heart do anything?
No, what? I love it.
No support you. Real.
That was unreal.
Hard fought on both sides. What did you think?
Oh, those two sent the crowds home happy. What an amazing match.
It is not over. They want that run back. How's it going to unfold?
These two can fight 1,000 more times and I wouldn't be bored.
Big count.
Oh, landed a nice one there.
Picks up some quick damage with that combo. Big count. Super armor does its job.
Okay.
Takes the combo, reads their mind, and takes the throw. Gonna spin their gauge with a drive rush. Uses the drive rush to deprive them of their turn.
Calm before the storm here.
Overall hit. Akuma playing the hot, wraps it up with a decisive combo.
We've got ourselves a win.
What are your thoughts on what happened during that last round?
Pressure's building. We're gonna see a blowout real soon.
You're 100% right. Let's see if they can clue in on that and make adjustments next round. Shows the medium pitch. Still slugging it out and getting ready. Springs forward with the driver. Player 2 will need to play conservative until their driver looking winded burnout changes the game. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of it just bets it all on the driver. Pressure on the cool face. Oh, what a look.
What's gonna happen next?
The throw connects.
Doesn't get any better than that.
They gotta dig down deep here.
One more attack will do it. Come on.
Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Got there to burnout.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
Will they go all in without drive? Lots of distance here. Who's baiting move? Links it. Player 1 is in a very good spot now.
Nice. A combo.
Great
Fuck.
stuff there, right at the end.
Man, they were scrappy. What did you think?
This is what a real fight looks like. It doesn't get any better than this.
In with the snake step. If that last round was soup, these beats were stopped. They really took it to each other in that fight.
Gotcha, I get it.
Fires off a nightshade pole. That's a count.
Oh, landed a nice one there. What's gonna happen next?
Oh, what a rush. Connects with the throw.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Here comes the corner pressure. The throw connects.
Doesn't get any better than that.
The driver pack doesn't work.
Hold it down strong. I like that.
Oh, you never know what can happen. Links it. Smart use of the counter block.
Oh, things are getting heated.
Noticeable life lead is a comeback steal. Breaks the seal. And action. Oh,
That was unreal.
man.
comes a new challenger.
All right, both players are ready to go. Time to get hyped and make some noise.
None of you are going home disappointed after this fight. Bet on it.
Let's see what they try and do here in this first round.
I hope their training paid off.
Good parry there, and it's the start of the round. How will they start their approach?
I want to see them both lay it all on the line here.
Goes for the throw.
Ooh. What's their play here?
Fights out of the corner, but not able to relax just yet. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this rate. Gets the perfect parry. This could lead to something big.
Oh man, look how she should have played, bro. Like she should have crouched all day and just sit there, bro.
How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes?
That don't work.
Big juicy damage on that counter.
Nice one.
Wow.
Spins some meters and spices things up by adding the super art to the combo.
Good round.
Not sure how you're gonna break the rhythm that was established last round. You might need to pin your hopes on a miracle.
Oh, that last round was pretty ugly. One of the most disrespectful things I've seen in a while.
Who'll gain control of the match in the early going?
Well, we gotta see what lengths both fighters are willing to go to.
Throws to get around their defense.
Nice. Liking that. Gotta be planning something.
Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here.
This is where things are gonna get very interesting.
Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Jump! Uses a target combo as a filler. The life remaining tells us that we're halfway through this round. Tries to catch him out with the arch step. Goes for the drive run. Looking to slice off the ring with the demon guillotine. And eats it. Oh, what a rush.
We've got ourselves a winner.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
This is anyone's round. Both fighters gotta bring it here.
Dashes forward. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on?
I can feel the tension right from the get-go.
Driver throws him.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
A smart throw.
Doesn't get any better than that.
The low kick hits.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking.
Come on, you gotta give me more. More.
Burns out.
You know what you gotta do when
You're done.
What was that?
Man, I could watch these two fight each other forever.
Put it on the best outlet. Talk about a barn burner.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch.
These two could fight 1,000 more times and I wouldn't be bored.
Blocks the ambiguous crossover. Evades the grab. Big counter.
Ooh, I like it. Maybe thinking something.
Player 1 maintaining the corner pressure for some juicy damage.
Gotta keep pushing.
Player 1 chases him down.
Ooh, something's building. I can feel it.
Their super art gauge is running on empty. That's going to be a big factor in how this match plays out. At this range, many attacks connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is so important. Life lead opens up.
Are you serious?
I'm liking that finish.
Bags the round. What did you make of it?
Ninja Star is doing what she does best.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how these two take it to the next level. Checks them with the projectile. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have?
Well, we gotta see what length both fighters are willing to go to.
Tries to catch him out with the arch step. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge.
That was good. I like it. More of that.
Player 1 will look to apply pressure here.
Feels like we're right in the eye of the storm. Ooh, this is getting tense.
Jumps in. Side switch out of the corner. This is the turning point. They gotta turn it around. Or with the clutch throw escape. This is the ideal range to utilize that fireball. There's a burnout.
Oh, expect some bones.
Down and out.
I'm liking that finish.
That was a solid win. Give me your takeaways on what we just saw.
We'll see you next match.
Oh, we're gonna run it back now? This thing ain't over yet.
Oh, they're just gonna keep going? Fine by me.
drive rush to keep the momentum. Tons of time left. How's this match going to play out?
I want to see them both lay it all on the line here.
Goes for an overhead. Goes the overhead. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner.
This might be an important turn in the match.
Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Neither of them willing to give up ground here. Checks them with the projectile. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table.
Gotta be planning something.
Very solid corner switch. Grabs him.
Smart decision.
No throw hit. Akuma playing the hell.
Ha! They ain't getting up.
What are your thoughts on what happened during that last round?
There was a lot to like about that last round. They're in the pocket now and they gotta keep on the gas.
All right, let's see what happens in this next round. Checks them with the projectile. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone.
Here we go. I want to see them put on a show.
Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Medium kick hit.
Calm before the storm here. Vagabond edge, right where it hurts.
Full SA meters on deck from both sides. This could be over soon. Tries to catch him out with the arch step. Opts to continue laying on the pressure with the drive rush. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Smart play. This is the turning point. They gotta turn it around. Genius play to escape the throw. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Ooh, burnout activation.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
When Goku Suck connects, there is no running from this. Dies 1,000 deaths. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Getting out of box for the overall throw. Nuh-uh, that win wasn't luck. It was 100% planned. Right here, right now, we're in for something special.
Violence is on the menu tonight.
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see these two fight it out.
Good carry there, and Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Both fighters are low on drive gauge. They'll want to tread carefully for this part of the fight. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Shoots off a fireball up close. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here?
Ooh, something's building. I can feel it.
Both players with no drive in the tank. Gonna spend their gauge on a drive rush here. That's some big, juicy damage on that counter.
Ooh, I like it.
K.O.
Ha! They ain't getting up.
There's no question what lengths both players are willing to go to.
Oh, that was great! Those two are pushing each other to the absolute limit.
That drive impact doesn't get through.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense.
Who gained control of the match in the early going?
Well, we gotta see what length both fighters are willing to go to.
Adam McClain. SA needs on deck for both. Ooh, burnout activation.
Oh, hitting a real rough patch.
Smart play with the throw. They back the opponent into the corner, now to apply the pressure.
Feels like we're right in the eye of the storm.
Experiencing burnout.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
Gotta be knocked them out of the air.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
This may be it. Are they going to be able to come back and ace it? Are we going to see a comeback? It's there.
Damn,
They
nice.
ain't getting up.
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
This is anyone's round. Both fighters gotta bring it here.
Overdrive, Hundo. He denies the reversal. Springs forward with the drive rush. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Player 2 can't what a rush. Burns out.
Hitting a real rough patch.
Spends all that juice on the super art. Not caring one bit about it. Player 1 is in dark times with burnout. They switch sides. Back into the corner. No way, no signs of letting up from out of that corner.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Connects with the throw.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Close range projectile. Player 2 can't use any drive through. He picks this time to pay or done.
That was unreal!
Player 2 has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
That was a close match that had everything you could ask for.
Yo, I can't argue with you. What a game. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on.
They created a good situation here. Now to capitalize. Nice. Liking that.
Very dangerous range. You can definitely get hit by something. Drive rush gets in their face. Heading into the hit, springs forward with the drive rush. That attack lands on counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. KO.
I'm liking that finish.
Great round with both fighters really going at it.
Man, you think these two are best friends or something the way they're beating on each other.
Spends resources for the drive reversal. Drive rush to keep it going. Oh, burnout everywhere.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
This Shin Hakokeki is gonna sting. They're backed up into the corner.
This is where things are gonna get very interesting.
Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Oh, burnout activation. Add some damage. And player with the super.
It was super good.
Uses the gauge for the super art. They want to show they're not playing around.
Get in there and fight!
Pressure building! Building! This is a critical moment.
One more attack's gonna do it. Come on!
Solid!
Doesn't get any better than that.
Closes it out.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
I think I forgot to breathe that whole round.
Yeah.
This is what a real fight looks like. It doesn't get any better than this. Wait.
Perfect parry. What now? We're just getting started here. We'll take control.
Show your girl that you
Put the brakes on the impact.
gotta give it up for that solid defense. Calm before the storm here.
What the? It just bets it all on the drive rush. They're experiencing burnout.
Hitting a real rough patch. Things are getting heated. Doesn't get any better than that.
You're done.
I'm liking that finish.
Oh my days, there was a...